Well, hello. We are here on the news, recapping August and into September, and we're celebrating a very special day today. It's 24 years of CLI.
Such an incredible milestone, and with this, we wanted to kick off the news here by sharing some highlights, especially from this year. So like Abby said, we are celebrating 24 years as an educational ministry, and this term has been really kind of important.
We're come on strong for our journey of accreditation and just defining what do we do. You know, we have a higher education college, but we also ordination and the free classes is very core to who we are.
Yeah, so we have some more milestones here, a really exciting one. So on August 27, we welcomed our 1 millionth student account. So very exciting there. We also have had more than 93,000 students completing a course. So we often talk about how about 1 in 10 students, come and complete something here. So we just, commend these 93,000 students for taking that initiative,
taking that step, really going and completing something. As many of you know, we're in this presidency transition year, and that's a historic moment for my personal journey as well as for the institution. And so I do encourage you guys, and we'll plug this again, to go watch the event that we had on the 9th where my dad was able to share a little bit more and share some of his heart again as president these past 24 years and looking forward. So really encourage you guys there. And we've also shared about the acceleration being accepted and that we have a team coming next fall. And we have over 3,000 active student donors. So our sustainability continues to grow as not only these donors, but also those that purchase credentials or are covering their educational service fee for the degree program are helping cover more and more of our annual budget each year.
So along with these wonderful milestones, we of course have some important thank yous as well. So we want to shout out our amazing board of trustees. This is such a dedicated group of people here that you really have the privilege of working with.
I have. I mean, it's just their example that they have set of leadership, of godliness, of passion for Jesus, passion for seeing Christ's kingdom expanded here on earth is just, it's wonderful and beautiful. And they also are just incredible men, women who just are serving the Lord and being such a blessing to Christian leaders with their insights and leadership.
And we also want to thank our faculty team here. This is a team that's really been growing and plugging in. We've seen some updated courses and just so much insight from them on curriculum and our accreditation journey. And each of them, just like the board, are extremely dedicated. Most of them are serving on a voluntary basis, so just truly giving of their time. And again, they have such expertise from rich, diverse backgrounds. So we are very thankful for them and their guidance, especially as we're moving forward here.
Yeah, absolutely. And a shout out to the incredible staff at Christian Leaders who work tirelessly. There is, as you know, 1 million accounts and 93,000 people that have completed something. So this team works really hard to serve this student body to the best of their ability. And I am just so grateful for each of them. Love each of these people dearly and just their passion and heart for this ministry. And of course, a special thank you to my dad, our visionary founder and president. And again, just want to encourage you guys to check out that event that we did. It was our special church service. So we'll have that linked if you're watching this on YouTube or linked in the email for those that want to check this out. We also did the raffle, so we'll real quick, if you go and watch that event, you will be able to see what we just recapped with the thank yous as well as that special message. But we also had raffle winners, so if you didn't get a chance to see it, we want to make sure all our raffle winners know and we celebrate their win. So we drew two names for the t-shirt and hat bundle.
All right, the first winner is David Meitzler. Congratulations. And our second winner is Devontae Michael Holmes. Very excited for these two guys. Then we also have a back to school bundle, which includes a brand new product, our backpack, and then it also has the notebook binder and pen in there. And our winners there are Carmel Hansen and Lakita Cook. Woohoo! And then lastly, kind of the final prize here is an essential clergy kit from our store, or the equivalent $150 of store credit. And our final winner from this raffle is Kim Pinkney. So congrats to
everybody.
Winners.
It was great, wonderful to just be able to have so many people participate in the raffle. It brought a lot of support for that Founders Day event. Such a blessing. And again, we just loved the fun of doing that event and getting together and just seeing the community come together across the globe. So again, I encourage you guys to check that event out.
We have lots of new courses to share over this past month or so, so we will get right into that. The first of these is Christmas and Seasonal Chaplaincy. So Abby, you taught this course.
My dad and I kind of got together on this and shared just what an opportunity we see for the Christmas and holiday season. Chaplaincy it gets a very unique intersection of faith, culture, the homes, churches, hospice, hospitals, schools, prisons, workplaces. There's a lot of, again, public spaces where, especially during holidays, and Christmas is kind of the example we use in this course, and as one we see as a very big opportunity for this, with the roots of Christmas being about Jesus Christ being born, as a huge opportunity for people who may be having a hard time emotionally or are feeling a certain openness to Christianity during that season. So just such an opportunity, and so we go over quite a bit of some of the opportunities we see here, as well as some of those principles of chaplaincy.
Yeah, we're coming up on the holiday season, so now's the time to get the training and be ready to take that on. So we have another chaplaincy course. This one is granting 1 credit, Min 232, public school chaplaincy. This course was done by Reverend Chaplain Tom Walcott, along with President Henry Reinga. And we've really seen an opportunity shift here with some legislation, particularly in states like Florida, Texas, and Louisiana, as mentioned on the screen there. So we really envision, this role for both volunteer and part-time chaplains, but these states have really opened up to public school chaplaincy kind of as a role. So we're trying to kind of get ahead of this shift and train students who may be located in those states, or there's tons of applications to public school chaplaincy, even in the private school setting, or maybe you're in a state or county with some exceptions there. So this is a really awesome course, again, kind of building on this chaplaincy program and really plugging into these spaces where faith can be invited where it's not traditionally known.
And then continuing that, we also have a fire and EMS chaplaincy. And so this course was really digging into if you're dealing with either fire, crisis scenes, or first responder. And again, another unique and wonderful opportunity for chaplaincies to serve with compassion and biblical wisdom in very difficult situations. So again, wonderful, wonderful. We had an amazing professor here who lives and breathes this. So just really encourage you guys to check this out.
We also have a new ministry coaching foundations course, which is granting 1 credit. And this is a typo here on the screen, but this is done with Steve Elzinga and Henry Reinga. And this course really gets to kind of the roots of coaching as a ministry. So we're talking heart, mindset, goal settings, and the various methods of Christian coaching. And this also pairs with some credentials that we'll talk about later. So if you've maybe taken some of our coaching courses already or are interested in entering into this field as a ministry, this is a great place to start.
Absolutely. And then as we talked about our incredible faculty team, one of our faculty members as of this year and alumni of CLI, Charles, has been releasing quite a few courses that were either updates or even completely new. So now we have Intro to Business done here. And again, we see this as an area that many are interested at Christian leaders, or maybe they're doing both bivocational, where they're doing things in business while they're also doing things in ministry. And we love that. So this course really gets into those intro nuts and bolts to business.
Absolutely. And speaking of updated courses, Charles has kind of done a refresh of Steve's Business 101 course, which is now titled Christian Financial Stewardship and Enterprise. So this is a really great place to start if you're interested in business, and especially, more of that entrepreneurship and enterprise, really just inviting the biblical worldview into that space.
And then we have this new Christian Leaders Theology class. This is by Dr. Fettis. And so what we are, as we're rolling out these chaplaincy programs, one of the visions that we've had is to make sure that these chaplains have some good grounding in doctrine and theology. And so we released this course to be able to prepare those that are doing some of these chaplaincy roles to have this foundation in the Bible and theology being taught from our provost, Dr. Fettis.
Absolutely, and this is kind of, will be incorporated into, we've teased a little bit, the elder and deacon program. This will kind of be a core of that as well. And we also, I believe this is the last one here, we have a new men's ministry course, which Steve Elzinga completed. So this is a really great course. We've had women's ministry for a long time, so I think it's about time that we launch this men's ministry course. So really goes into understanding, launching, and sustaining effective men's ministry programs. So if you're already a part of one, or maybe it's on your heart to be starting a men's ministry course, this is a great place to get equipped for all things related to men's ministry.
With that, we have some new credentials, so we'll dive into these. We have the ordained ministry coach, and there was some important changes to sort of our coaching route where we moved the previous kind of certification one into classic credentials, and now instead of we have this as the ministry coach ordained route that you can go. We have some requirements there on this, and again, just really love that intersection between being a minister but also being a coach.
We also have the ordained Christmas chaplain, so really building on that Christmas chaplaincy course. This, gets you into the alliance and gives you some of those other foundational courses there, such as wedding efficient skills. I think Christmas is a great time for weddings, so you can get your chaplaincy training and your efficient training there.
We also have that public school chaplain, again, pairing with that new course, as well as those chaplain foundation classes, and again, wedding officiant and then funeral officiant as well.
Then we have our ordained fire EMS chaplain, so building again on that fire EMS chaplaincy course. This just gets you credentialed in that space.
And then, it's what I was sort of already talking about a little bit, but we've had a couple of changes. So if you were pursuing a life coaching program, we now have a coach tab under the ordination programs. We've had that minister and officiant tab, and we also added the chaplain tab. So coach and chaplain are new, as we are adding, again, a lot of very particular ordination credentials to those two pathways.
Yeah, we're hoping this kind of helps you find that route, easier when you're navigating the panel. And with these changes, if you do have any questions, and with the changes to the coaching program in particular, if you need to be grandfathered in or have questions about where to locate that pathway you were pursuing, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at Help Desk. We can get you the help we need and point you in the correct direction there.
We have new chaplaincy merchandise, and this again is so exciting, continues to pair with this theme of more chaplaincy courses being released, and it is so important that a chaplain identifies themselves as a chaplain in these public spaces. So we wanted to make sure we had these products and merchandise available for those of you who want to get a t-shirt or be identified as a chaplain in a public space.
Absolutely, and as always, when you're purchasing these products, all the proceeds are going back into fueling our mission of multiplication, so we appreciate your support in that form. We have recently launched the Multiplier Hub, so if you are a current student donor, you may have gotten an email about this, or maybe when you logged into your account, you saw a little blurb on the dashboard inviting you to check out the Multiplier Hub. So you and Florence have really kind of been heading this up, Abby, so tell us a little bit about what students can find in their hub.
I think the vision here is we've had some hubs in the past for the different levels of giving, and so what we've done is we have first of all brought all of the givers together into one hub. There is still designations of the bronze, gold, silver levels that you're familiar with, and so based on that, there is different benefits and perks that are available within the hub, but otherwise everything else is everyone's getting to see the same things: newsletter, giving updates, impact reports, those stories of multiplication, prayer requests, things of conversation can take place in there. And Florence will be in this hub, always checking in on all of you. And then as we send those monthly newsletters, you'll be hearing more from us. And if you need anything at all, then you can reach out to Florence at multipliers@christianleaders.net. If you're not in the hub and are donating, yes, please just reach out to that multipliers@christianleaders.net email.
We also have now officially launched the drop withdrawals and administrative withdrawal changes. We did create an FAQ article that is on the help page there. It has some written directions as well as a few videos demonstrating what the drop button looks like in the courses. So if you have any additional questions or concerns on this terminology, please just reach out to us. And again, you'll be seeing this in the courses, but none of the transcript notations will go into effect until 6 months from now.
And we continue to have new Bible plans being released. I actually believe YouVersion has a big event coming up in October on this, that we have a plan that's going to go live for that. So that's exciting. But we had in August one day where 40,000 people enrolled in our Restoring Relationship plan. So just encourage you guys to keep sharing this with people. At the end of a plan, when someone gets to the end of it, they get an opportunity to sign up at Christian Leaders if they're interested, and the content has really resonated with them. And so again, we see so much opportunity for people to get to learn about CLI through YouVersion, and YouVersion provides this to us as for free. So ultimately, this is a huge way for CLI to connect with people, and of course, give our content in more ways, because that's what we do here. We're an educational ministry, and these plans are very educational and trying to encourage and grow faith. So just again, share those with people and take them yourself.
Yeah, and if you have your phone, just scan that QR code there right on the screen, and you can kind of see the whole directory of courses or of plans that CLI has put out. They lay it out in a nice grid there. So check out all the courses we've released over the past couple of months here. All right, Abby, we're at the joke of the day.
Ooh, I think I know this one.
Okay, why did the coffee file a police report?
I definitely think I know this one.
I will say we did use it in the church service, so I'm getting repetitive here, but all right, what's your guess?
It's got to be mugged.
Yeah, you got it, because it got mugged.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in with us again. Today is a very special day for us as we celebrate 24 years. Just want to take a moment to thank you. One of the things that was really huge on the special service we did for Founders Week and our Founder Day being now the 11th was just talk about, wow, God is really working in each of your individual lives, and there is things that are going on, and you're responding to that in a way that is bringing the presence of God, is encouraging people, and is making huge differences in your community. And we get to see that on the regular. So as we celebrate 24 years, we celebrate thousands of lives impacted by the efforts that you do in your community. So thank you so much for being a part of the CLI family.
And thanks for tuning in to this edition of the news, and we will see you next time. God bless you.